the thing, and then maybe we could get the intro started if you hit the button.
And welcome back to the Middle Movie Cast.
Yeah!
Today, we're here to talk about a pretty recent movie. Literally, is it 2 weeks old now, or a week old?
Yeah, probably something like that.
But yes, as you can see, we are talking about The Suicide Squad.
Woo! The newest film by James Gunn,
And
a.k.a. the superhero comedy director.
But they're
guy.
not superheroes.
Yeah, they're
Hey, you want to tell them about our sponsor?
Yes, today's sponsor is The. So, you remember how there was Suicide Squad 2016? Well, how do you differentiate yourself from a piece of crap? You just add The to your title. So if you want to use a title that's already been taken, and you're afraid of copyright infringement, just put The in there. And then all your problems will be solved.
Or you can do it for everyday things. You have one crappy sister and one really awesome sister. You can call the awesome sister The Sister.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Exactly.
And then all your problems are solved. Okay, yeah, that's it for the sponsor. Thank you, The.
Thank you very much.
We'll get back to you about something. Okay, so we're doing things a bit different this week. We're actually talking... Okay, first of all, we're having to share a microphone. Audio might be a bit weird because the other one's being jank right now. So
we're hoping to get a better microphone in the future anyway.
Yes, and this will be the last podcast done in this room because I'm moving.
Yay.
And hopefully we'll have a better studio space here eventually. Like, not an actual studio, but it'll be better than this, trust me.
Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. We hope you enjoyed
Yep,
this review.
see you next week. But, yeah, so, and the other thing, we're talking about a new movie for once. I can't speak. And that is, well, obviously Suicide Squad. And we just felt like, well, we went and saw it, and we were like, why not? I mean, we saw it, might as well talk about it. So, first for us, we're talking about something new. So,
yeah, and 2 videos in 1 month, possibly.
well, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I'm gonna have to produce this one in like a day because I'm moving Sunday. So, that'll go well. Just get to sort through like I don't know how long this video is gonna be, just going through all that footage, but that'll be fun. Short time span.
Yeah. But today we're talking about this movie, and it's everybody's favorite group of villains.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're talking about the old one, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, no, we don't worry about 2016 Suicide Squad.
So, Nate, what would you like to say about the movie?
This movie knows exactly what it wants to be, and I love it for it. The music, the visuals, the just overall style of it, it all just blends so perfectly together, and I freaking love it. James Gunn knew what he wanted to do with it. This is like a James Gunn movie, like, just as much as it can be, and I love it.
Yeah, and James Gunn said, I think he said this, it was the funnest movie he's ever made.
Yeah, I think he said it was his favorite.
On that, and it definitely, so this movie's rated R, but
Which means it's violent.
Yes. And, well, if you're not into that, don't watch it, but if you are, this movie it really uses that R rating for the most it can.
Oh, and by the way, spoiler warning. This is your last chance to walk away and not listen to this awesome review. So if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it, you chump, and then come back to us, okay?
It's on HBO Max.
Yeah. Or if you want to see our non-spoiler review, look at the short that I uploaded a week ago. It'll give you everything you need to know.
Yeah, there's actually a cameo by Groot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In our short.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, we're just gonna start with the opening scene of this movie because I mean it's kind of hard not to talk about it.
So you want to know what a problem for me was with the 2016 Suicide Squad?
What's that?
Like 2 people died. That's it. Of a whole squad.
Yeah.
The whole point of the Suicide Squad is you wondering who is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So Nathan, tell us why this one's so much better.
Let's start with the fact that there's like what 20-something people on this Suicide Squad. Well, not on the poster there, but like...
I'm trying to count the other ones, too.
But, like, you know, you got Pete Davidson, Nathan Fillion. Those are the only 2 I can remember. Captain Boomerang. All these people. And at the beginning, you have the scene of all of them walking up and being like, yeah, we're the Suicide Squad, baby. Woo! They literally get onto the beach. Pete Davidson gets shot in the face. And everyone else dies except Harley Quinn and Rick Flag. And it is amazing.
And I think that was about 5 people in that group that died.
Yep.
Or 6.
What? No, let's see. Hold on. There was the lady. Well, the Weasel didn't actually die. So
Javelin. Arm dude.
The detachable kid.
Yeah.
Boomerang.
The lady.
I already said her. Oh. And the guy, the sharpshooter, or not the old dude, whatever his name was. So what is that? 5?
Yeah. Plus Blackguard.
Oh, Blackguard.
Or sorry, what's that guy's name? I can't remember. Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, I think it's Blackguard.
But yeah, so that's already 4 more deaths probably than the old one. So
yeah,
so it's an awesome.
I kind of wish Boomerang had survived because he was really fun, but this opening scene is basically like a big FU to like the original movie. So I mean, it had to establish itself. So, and honestly, I love it for it.
Yeah, and in this movie, it's not like the bad guys that are heroic.
Yeah.
Like, at the beginning, they're all clearly pretty bad.
Yeah, they all suck.
Yeah, I mean, they're all really... I mean, they're just bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's another different... I feel like now we're just making a what's the difference video.
Yeah, for real.
But don't... Okay, whatever. But this movie, it just has so much more vibrancy, I would say.
The other one, and I've watched several people talk about it. My favorite review has to be the Cosmonaut Variety Hour review. That was funny. But one thing, if you've watched any of James Gunn's other movies or comic book movies, he loves using licensed music. But he does it in a way that feels natural and doesn't feel overused. In the original Suicide Squad, in the 2016 one, they literally had like 6 licensed songs in the span of like 5 minutes. Like, literally, one would play for 30 seconds, and then the next one would come in. Like it'd play House of the Rising Sun, then it'd play Seven Nation Army, then the Real Slim Shady or whatever, and... wait, no, not the Real Slim Shady. Without Me. Sorry. I couldn't think of it. But it was so hilarious.
Yeah, but not in a good way, probably.
Yeah, no, it was bad. I mean, the movie opens with the live version of... Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash, which makes sense because they're in a prison.
They're in a prison.
And then after they play that, they just use the movie soundtrack, which honestly is really cool if you haven't listened to it.
They do borrow a track from Polar Express there, but that's not a big deal.
But yeah, so this movie already just... I heard one guy say that like in the span of like in the opening scene, you already have more of an establishment of these characters than you did over the entire course of, like, the original Suicide Squad, which is hilarious.
Yeah, the first Suicide Squad, they barely really had any character development.
This is Katana. She's got my back. She can cut all you in half with one sword stroke, just like mowing the lawn.
In the guy that's like on fire, whatever, isn't it? He's like, I'm not losing another family.
Yeah, it's like, you barely know these people. What the frick is wrong with you?
But in this movie, they actually do have character building, which is, a big part of the story process.
Another thing that you'll notice about this movie, they use a lot of characters that no one really knows about. Like, in the original Suicide Squad, you had Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, El Diablo. I didn't really know him, really, but... And then you had Joker, which he doesn't really count as a member.
He wasn't part of the squad.
No, he was just there. Jared Leto was there for some reason.
He got a contract, and he said, okay, 1 movie deal.
What?
Or two.
No, he was actually working on... They were making a... I thought they were making a Joker and Harley Quinn movie, but that just got scrapped.
But, another thing, I don't know who the casting director for this movie was. But they did a great job. Which I heard they actually... I think it was the guy who plays Drax.
Uh-huh.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
They wanted him to play Peacemaker, the guy on the left with the really big pistol.
Oh, yeah.
but he didn't sign on for it.
Uh-huh.
So then they went to another WWE alumni, John Cena.
Woo! Which I haven't really seen him in anything, but he is hilarious in this movie. But this is
like, I think, like his comeback into Hollywood, because he's been in a lot of movies before.
He was in the recent Fast movie.
Yeah. I don't know how good that did, but he was great in this movie.
Dude, Fast always makes money. It's always successful. No one watches it for plot.
I'm going to say we're probably never going to review the Fast and Furious franchise.
Don't say never.
If you want us to review the Fast and Furious franchise, leave a comment and make 18 accounts on YouTube and subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. Use bots and get our channel to 1,000 subscribers.
Remember, 100 subscribers, 2 t-shirts to 2 random subscribers.
That's right. We're actually going to do this. If we reach 100 subscribers, we're going to choose 2 of you. You just have to leave a comment, or we're just going to look at my subscriber count and choose a random subscriber, and we're gonna choose one of y'all or 2 of y'all, and then we're gonna give you a shirt, and it's gonna have a joke relating to something that's not released yet, but it will make sense in time. Okay, but 2 people will get exclusive merch from us. Will it be poorly made? Yes, but will it be cool?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. But back to the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to know another big difference from the other movie compared to the Suicide Squad?
What's that?
It wasn't so dark.
Exactly. It was actually fun.
And what I enjoyed, and if you watch our last review on Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I'm going to save again for this movie. I like that you actually got to see the action.
Yes.
They didn't go...
Yeah, they didn't shake.
I mean, literally, it was a tracking shot for one.
Sorry, for those of us that can't see us, imagine this sound is what the camera is doing. All right, I'm sorry to ruin your ears, but that's pretty much what the camera is like in most action movies.
But I love that. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the movie is the tracking shot when they're going to hit Red Flag.
Was it all one shot?
I don't think so, but
it
kind of made it look that way.
It was still a good tracking shot,
though. Like, I don't think it was one shot, because, we'll go back and watch it.
We need to go back.
We'll edit it in. We'll put a little note or something.
It just puts it in text. Yes,
guys, it's been a week, so some things are
or memory slipping.
Yeah,
but back to the characters. I mean, obviously Harley Quinn is always a standout because it's Harley Quinn. Everyone pretty much loves her. She's been over marketed to death. Like we said, John Cena as Peacemaker really stands out. Idris Elba finally has a movie where he can just shine in and not be like a side character, and it's great. I love him in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know you don't know this probably, but Nathan's kind of been on a hating Idris Elba crusade.
What do you mean?
He's in everything.
You're the one who said that to me originally.
I know. I was saying, hey Nate, you know how you say Idris Elba's in everything?
You said no. You were the one at first. I remember talking to you. It's like I feel like Idris Elba's in everything. That's what I remember you saying.
And then you said, "Yeah, it's annoying." I didn't say it was annoying. I just said I feel like it was.
We're about to go right now.
But yes, Idris Elba. You can just tell. I think he had a lot of fun making this movie too, and he got to use his natural accent.
And I love the fact that he's pretty much. I don't know how much of this is true. I thought I saw something today where they said that they originally brought in like Idris Elba to recast as Deadshot, but they just made a different character. And what's funny about that is that he is a lot like Deadshot because like, although he's more of just a like killer, like with like he can use anything as a weapon, and he literally has the same like father-daughter kind of scenario going on, but instead of Will Smith and his daughter like having a good relationship, him and his daughter are just like cussing each other out, and it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of another F-U to the original. But the whole point about this movie, it's like the opposite. The first one, they were just good like the whole time pretty much. Like they were tough. I mean, they were fake tough guys.
Yeah.
Except for Harley Quinn. She's evolved as a character. I haven't seen Birds of Prey, but you can tell she's different than from the original Suicide Squad.
I heard from one person, I think, one thing I can't remember now, but it was a reviewer. I watch a lot of movie reviewer people. He said, or they said that Birds of Prey was basically like Harley's movie to finally like detach herself from like Suicide Squad, and now she's her own character. She's not held back by the Joker or anything. She's just there and doing her own thing, which is honestly great because, I mean, for as oversaturated as Harley Quinn is in media and everything, She's still a fun character.
Yeah.
Like, she's great in this movie.
It's also crazy that the character literally was created on Batman the Animated Series.
I know, that's crazy.
Like, it's just crazy how popular that character has become.
I know.
Like, I'm not gonna say it, but, like, she's almost up there with, like, Batman and the Joker in popularity, I would say now.
Oh, dude.
I still think Batman's probably the most popular DC hero.
You realize how many emo teen girls are in love with Harley Quinn?
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Like how emo teen boys are in love with the Joker, and it's like, I relate to the Joker because
we're gonna make a poll.
He hides the pain with laughter.
Wow. Yeah, so after this, we're going to put a poll on YouTube, and we're going to ask you to decide who you think's the best, Batman, Joker, or Harley Quinn.
I don't know how to do polls,
neither,
but I'll figure it out.
But yes, you can just tell Harley Quinn is...
She finally has good writers now.
Dadgummit, man.
What?
It's not the writer's fault.
What, you mean in the original Suicide Squad?
Yeah, it is the company.
Yeah, I
Or
guess.
what do you call it, studio interference?
I guess, but, I mean, she's written in a way that actually, like, makes sense.
I liked her. Like, she was, like, one of the few parts I did like about the original Suicide Squad.
That's fair. It's just... What sucks is a lot of these actors, or like several of the actors in that Suicide Squad movie, I think were actually like decent actors. It's just they were held back by like a crappy script.
Yeah, you know, I read something like they had to reshoot like almost every scene after they got through.
Yeah,
because of the studio. But
yeah, which honestly, although about Jared Leto, I don't know about. Honestly, people have varying opinions on Jared Leto, but whatever. He's just weird. Anyways,
no, he's not weird. He's method.
Oh my god,
I love that excuse. I get to be a psychopath because my character is.
It's weird because like I liked him in like that one scene out of the Snyder Cut. Like I actually didn't mind that, but in the 2016 one, he was just like a pimp, like drug lord. That's what it looked like.
2016 was a weird time.
It was, man. What was going on that year?
No,
Logan Paul and Jake Paul were popular.
Yeah, it's like they made the Joker a Paul brother. Joker Paul.
Sociopath. The two characters that really took me off guard was Ratcatcher and Polka Dot Man. They made Polka Dot Man cool in this movie. Well, I mean, until he gets stomped to death. But I mean, like, he's cool. And it's the same guy who was that one guy in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, the one Harvey Dent interrogates.
Yeah.
Right.
That was his debut role, actually.
Yeah, well, look how far he's come.
He's actually I just watched an interview on him where he was like, yeah, I'm actually a big comic nerd. And then James Gunn contacted me one time, and he was like, I want you in this movie. And he was like, oh, wow. And he was like, who do you want me to play? And he was like, Polka Dot Man. And he was like, who? And he was like, all right, just hear me out on this. And he sent him the script, and he loved it. But he was just, I mean, I don't really know his actor, like, really personally. Or, like, sorry, not personally, but, like, I don't really know much about him. But he was pretty dang good in this role.
Yeah, like, and you know, he might not have had as much interaction with the rest of the squad as, like, certain other characters. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you could tell he was growing more and more as the movie went on. Because it's like, originally, he wanted to die.
Yeah. And the fun, he's probably got like one of the funnier gags out of this movie. It's like, I mean, in that camp scene, he's like, I imagine people are my mother. And then literally, just like the next few scenes, he literally sees everyone as his mother. And it's like when they're in the jungle, when they're in the dance club or whatever. It's hilarious.
I love that part.
He's like, hey, that's your mom! And it's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
I just felt really bad that he died, though.
I had a feeling, like...
And he was like,
I'm a superhero!
Yeah,
as soon as he was saying that, I was like, he's gonna get crushed.
At least he went out with a happy thought, you know?
Yeah.
And then Ratcatcher is like...
2.
Ratcatcher. I just call it Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher 2, if you're a fan.
Shut up, man. I think she's just probably, like... The thing that surprisingly carries this movie a lot. Like, not carries it like the movie was bad. It was actually, it's really great, but she, like, adds a lot to this movie.
Yeah, it's like where everybody else is like a tough... Not everybody else. So, Idris Elba and John Cena are the tough guys of the group. Rick Flag is surprisingly way better in this movie, but we'll talk about him in a minute.
You can tell he's having fun in this movie.
The Ratcatcher, she's the one that's like actually happy to be there, I guess. Not maybe to be there, but she's like happy that...
She tries to keep everyone together.
Yeah, she's like the...
And I don't think I've ever seen this actress.
The heart of the movie, right?
I don't think I've ever seen her in another movie, but in this movie...
This was her first English film, I think.
Oh.
I think is what I read. I could totally be wrong.
But
do not trust that.
I look forward to seeing her in more movies. She's actually really good.
Yeah, I think she did a very good job. Because, it's going to be hard to be the one character that, like, kind of keeps the jovial part of this group. Because they literally know they're there to die.
And then you got King Shark.
Yeah, my man.
Sylvester Stallone.
This is personally my favorite character in the movie. He just summarizes everything I like about the Suicide Squad.
And...
he's weird. He's simple. And he eats people alive.
And he just wants friends.
And he has, like, the best shot in the movie, probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to add a clip of that.
We'll add that clip in there. But, yeah, I just love... And plus, he kind of is, like, the other part of the heart of the group, I think.
Because he wants friends.
Because that's all he wants. He wants friends, and she wants to be his friend. And that's it's that simple.
At the end, when she gives him a hug, I was like, this is actually really sweet.
Yeah.
I was like, daggone.
And he's, like, freaking invincible. Like, seriously.
He literally just gets thrown about, shot at, and everything, and he literally just kind of stumbles up and just kind of just starts doing his own thing again. I love it when he gets thrown out the building. He lands and he gets up and he sees that guy and he just goes...
yeah, he just spots him, yeah. But I also love... I don't know why, but I love that they gave him, like, a dad bod.
Yes.
That just adds to the character so much for me.
Because, I mean, compare him to the one in The Flash... where he's, like, ripped.
Yeah, he looks like John Cena, except he has a head of a shark.
He's just got dad bod. And it's great.
I will say that, I know this is random, but going back to John Cena's character, we haven't talked about him yet, have we?
We talked about him a little bit.
But, yes. Well, like we said, he's the tough guy, but he's also probably... Okay. Don't chew me out if you disagree, okay? But he's probably the funniest, like, person in the group. Just the random stuff he says.
Yeah. Like...
And, like, he's just standing in the camp with his underwear.
Yeah, that was funny. It's just... And like you said, you really realize how, like, buff John Cena is compared to everyone else when he's just standing by them. It's kind of hilarious.
Because it's like, in WWE, everybody's big. But, like, when he's standing with these regular people, like, he's massive. Like, I could literally probably hide my head behind his bicep.
I'm not saying that, like, Idris Elba. Like, he looks like he's in shape.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone... He just kind of dwarfs everyone else except King Shark, I guess. It's just funny.
I love that part where the Waller's like, he's the strongest member of your team, and then if you, like, look at the Peacemaker, his face literally is like, are you sure about that? They're literally pretty much the same powers.
Bloodsport and Peacemaker, their whole conflict through the movie, I feel like is just really well done.
It's really well done, and it's also funny.
It is.
Because it's like they're brutally murdering people, but it's, like, funny.
I love that. It's like... It's, what does he say? It's like, not if the thing you're using is dope AF. And he's like...
Yeah, it's like nobody likes to show off.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, well, not if the thing that they're showing off is dope as fuck. And he's like, dang it, he's right.
He turns around, fuck, he's right. I just love... That's, like, my favorite part of the movie, probably. One of them is when they're doing their little contest in the camp to see who can kill cooler.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, this is the Resistance. What?
Yeah, it's like, why didn't no one tell me you were here? There's nobody out there. We didn't see anybody.
Oh, man. When I saw that... I'm just going to say this.
You really have to see this movie if you want to understand what we're saying.
This movie is... I don't really laugh a lot at, like, a lot of comedy. Like, comedies now are kind of just, like, tame. Like, it actually takes, like, really funny stuff to, like, make me laugh. I feel like... Well, comedy is subjective, but... Like, this movie had me laughing throughout the whole thing just because of how absurd it is and how funny it is.
Yeah. That's what I like. I just like... It's random. Just random things happen in this movie. And it's... But it...
We need more comic book movies to be weird.
Yeah. Not dark. Weird.
Well, you could have them be dark and weird like this movie.
But, like, that's the thing, though. If it's just dark and that's all it has going for it, some characters that works. Like, I love the... Dark Knight trilogy.
Like, if you look at the new Batman movie coming out, that looks dark as frick.
But it's like some characters, I think what they don't realize is like some characters aren't meant to be dark.
No.
Like Superman is not a dark character.
Suicide Squad is not supposed to be dark and gritty. It's supposed to be like sadistic humor with death thrown
and a
in
lot
there.
of color.
Yeah. Which is what this movie does.
That's literally the summary of this movie.
This movie is vibrant. Bloodsport versus Peacemaker. Their whole fight at the end, well, I guess it wasn't really much of a fight. It was a standoff.
Well, we could do the precursor of what happened first.
Yeah, so Peacemaker ends up, like, screwing over. Like, you can kind of understand where he's coming from, because he really doesn't want to, like, kill Rick Flag.
Well, okay, Rick Flag finds information...
Yeah.
That is, like, very, like, makes America look bad.
It's very damning.
So you know why. And the thing about Peacemaker is he loves America. He loves
That's
peace.
literally his character.
Yeah, he's obsessed with peace.
I would kill any man, woman, or infant just for the sake of, what was it, peace? Or whatever.
He's like, I cherish peace. I would kill any man, woman, or child to keep it.
Yeah.
So when Rick Flag's like, I'm going to show this to everybody that makes America look bad, Peacemaker's like, Now, continue.
And they have this I really liked their fight. And another thing that really helps in this movie is that Rick Flag is actually, like, really dope in this movie. You can tell that the guy who's playing him is having fun. And it really sucks when Peacemaker just ends up killing him.
Yeah.
Like, you get, like, a freaking Mortal Kombat X-ray fatality, and you see him stab him in the heart.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang it. And then you get that line.
But he has the best line.
It is so cool. He's like, Peacemaker, what a joke. And then he dies, and I was like, daggum.
But you can even tell, like, I also think that was really good acting for John Cena on that part. Because after he killed him, you can tell he didn't have like I killed him. Yeah. Like, you can tell he's like mortified that he had to do that.
And then he sees the rat catcher notice him, like, oh, shoot.
And you can tell, I mean, he doesn't say it, but he's pretty much like, please don't take that.
That's the thing, like we said, he doesn't want to kill these people.
But he has a mission.
Yeah.
He was literally sent by Waller to make sure that information didn't leave.
And then when him and Bloodsport face off...
It's like the coolest shot in the movie. I said that about King Shark, but this is also...
This is like one of the best things in the movie.
It references earlier in the movie.
Yeah, they were like, it's like, I use smaller bullets or whatever. He was like, I'm the bullet inside of the bullet. And then Bloodsport ends up becoming... that bullet inside of the bullet and freaking shoots Peacemaker.
I don't know what happened. Did his gun shatter and it went into him? Is that what happened?
No, it's their bullets met. Bloodsport's bullet went through Peacemaker's, and then it went into his neck, I think.
Well, that's the thing. I saw like a lot of cutting. It seemed like. So I thought maybe his gun like blew up and like.
Maybe I don't know.
Like that, but
I can't remember.
I need to rewatch the movie again.
But it's dope.
Yeah,
like,
this movie has so many dope scenes. And I want to say this, just the superhero genre in general, this movie is just really refreshing.
It is so refreshing.
Because it's like, you feel like after a while, and we'll get there eventually talking about it, but like with the Marvel movies and with some of the DC movies, it feels like you're kind of just watching the same movie over and over again.
That's like when you have movies like Suicide Squad, the new one, the Snyder Cut, these movies that actually look like they're putting art and comic together, because like you have to keep in mind, cinema is an art form. So when you're making a movie about comic characters, you still want it to be a good movie. This movie just is good in general, just like the camera work, the score, the writing, just everything works in this movie.
I'm going to say it. I told Nathan this. I don't know if he agrees with me or not. Probably not. But to me, this movie officially has put me on the DC side.
Yeah.
I just got to admit, I've liked the last couple of DC movies more than I've liked the last couple of the Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like Endgame. I know that's like probably the last one I saw. I haven't seen Black Widow yet, but...
I haven't either.
But I liked Endgame. I mean, it was a good ending. It was a good finale. But to me, it still was kind of like a paint by the numbers.
Was it a messy movie? Absolutely.
Well, to me, it was like a paint by the numbers kind of movie.
Yeah.
It's like... What I liked about this was they literally just had random plots sometime, like a random side quest.
Yes, but it didn't feel out of place.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm talking like it's a video game now.
I know.
But like they had like a random side objective. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, you gotta stop this. Oh, no, now you gotta go get Rick Flag.
But it all leads up to that one villain at the end, which is Starro.
Yes, Starro the Conqueror. Dubbed by the Thinker, played by Doctor Who.
Yeah. Peter Capaldi's in this.
I wish he had more.
He had a minor role, but even in those few moments, they even give him character.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And what I didn't realize, so I saw this movie once before I watched it with Nathan.
Mm.
But, like, I didn't realize this when I watched it originally. I guess I was getting a drink or something. But Starro actually has more character development than most of them in the original movie.
That is so true. Because, like, that one line, I didn't understand it at first when we were in theaters. But when I went back and rewatched the video, that Starro says before he dies, he was like, I was content just floating adrift in space and looking at the stars. And then he dies. And I was like, dang.
It's like, he didn't want to be here.
He was like, he had no choice. That just sucks.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting kind of teary-eyed thinking about it.
No. How does the starfish kaiju have more character than all the other characters in the last movie?
Yeah, I don't know. And this is a random part. I forgot about this movie, but I even like the part where Harley Quinn went with that guy, the president.
Yeah.
What's funny is Nathan walked out of the theater.
Because I had to use the bathroom.
And she was like flirting, kissing, making out with the guy, but when he came back, he was like bleeding on the floor.
Yeah, I came back, I was like, oh shoot, I guess he's shot in the chest now. Which honestly is a great moment for her. Because you realize how far she's come since, like, you know, being controlled by the Joker.
Yeah, she's like, listen, I always look for bad signs. And she's like, when you start talking about killing kids, that's a pretty bad sign.
Yeah. And, I mean, hey, it's more development for her. She's actually not in this movie as much as I thought she'd be. Which is weird. But, I mean, she's had her moment to shine. She's had her own movie. But, I mean, like, you know, the movie is more so about the new Suicide Squad people. And what's crazy is that if they ever make a sequel to this, they literally could just kill off these people in the next movie.
All
if they
of these
really
people could die. Oh, well,
what?
I'll say it later. It's kind of an in the movie kind of thing.
Okay. But all this that builds up in this movie, like, I don't know. I just feel like everything that happens is just naturally built up really well. Like, just going from one thing to the other. I will say, if I did have a complaint about the movie, this might have been intentional, but like the whole resistance thing, I feel like that really wasn't necessary, I guess. Like, because they're barely in it.
Yeah, they don't really have
like,
much
other than that one gag at the beginning, I feel like they're just kind of there. And just more of like, you know, it kind of makes them look more like good guys at the end. Like, kind of makes them a little bit more redeeming since they helped them out.
Yeah. I will say, another part that surprisingly has some character development is like the people like that work for Waller.
Yeah.
So you can just tell progressively as they go on, they're like, "Are you serious, Waller? Like, you sure you want to do this?" And Waller just goes absolutely nuts.
I know. That's what I was thinking of in this movie. What's her?
I'm sorry, but no other person now in my mind could play her.
I know. She's perfect for
Amanda
that
Waller.
role.
Is that who you're thinking?
I was trying to remember her actress's name.
Viola Davis?
Yeah, I think that's it. She just goes ham in this movie, and it's hilarious.
I love that at one point she's like literally spitting when she's yelling. You could like see spit coming out of her mouth.
It was so good. And then they just kind of like knock her out.
Yeah, because like the Suicide Squad, she tells them all just run away. And then they're just like, nah, we gotta kill this thing.
Yeah. And it's great. And, you know, she had her, like, in the last movie, she didn't really do anything crazy. I mean, she was perfect for that role. But in this movie, it's like, you get to see Amanda Waller for who she is. Kind of a psycho.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, she's a villain.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might say she's an anti-hero.
No, she works for the government.
But yeah, she's a villain. Because if you work for the government, you're a villain. Just kidding.
Not all cases. That was
in comics, if you work for the government, you're more than likely a villain. Unless you're Captain America, I guess. Well, then, whatever. We're not talking about Marvel. But yeah, like me and Nate talking about, there's nobody in this movie, maybe besides Resistance, that we didn't like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't dislike the Resistance. It just felt unnecessary.
And one thing that really helps with their characters is that one bus scene when they're all just riding to that bar or whatever, and like it's just this quaint conversation with quaint music. Like, that's the great thing about James Gunn. he wants to put focus on the character. Like, I mean, I probably still prefer, like, the characters in Guardians to this. But honestly, the people here are really great, because even if you just get a few minutes with that story about Ratcatcher and Bloodsport, it honestly just goes to enhance their characters a lot more, even in those tiny moments. And that's what the original Suicide Squad was lacking.
Yeah.
Like, we got a hint of that, like, in the first movie when they were sitting in that bar. But that was still surface level at best, you know?
Yeah. Like I said, and also, like, we mentioned earlier, but Ratcatcher and King Shark, like, even just that part where she's like, "Are you not going to eat me for friends?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then they're like, you know, then they're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
It's like, but then later on, they like, you know, hug each other, and it's like, oh, they are friends.
It is really sweet.
King Shark, yeah, man. I think I like King Shark the most because he's me. You know, so you guys don't know this. This is obscure knowledge that is nowhere on the internet right now, I don't think. But anytime me and Nate play a game, I'm the human shield. I take all the damage while Nathan gets all the glory.
If I get that Red Dead video uploaded soon, you might see a glimpse of that.
Yeah. So that's exactly who the King Shark is, except he's the shark shield.
Yeah. Although he actually does hurt people.
No, yeah. He literally eats people whole and rips. You'll see that scene earlier in the video when we play it.
You'll see it. Well, I might just replay it now.
Yeah, we'll just replay it now. When he rips that guy in half. And the lightning strikes. That scene's so cool.
The lighting in that scene's good, too.
Everything in this movie, lighting-wise, I love. It cracks me up, but I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I love that they started the movie really dark on the beach, because I wonder if it's like, oh, man, is this movie going to be all dark again? But it's like as soon as the fighting starts, it's like the freaking lights up, because like if something catches on fire, and it's just
as soon as Pete Davidson's face turns into mush, the movie lights up.
I like that it was like that, like kind of over the top violence.
Which I mean is perfect for this group of people.
Exactly. And another thing that's just cool about Suicide Squad is it's all like we talking about the obscure characters, and it's like always a different team. So if they do make, you know, the Suicide Squad, the sequel to this, the Suicide Squad,
it's getting really convoluted now.
It'll probably be totally different characters.
Maybe.
And honestly, I told Nathan this, but I don't think Harley Quinn needs to be part of this team anymore.
I don't think so either.
Because she's kind of just
there.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. She's so popular now, and I feel like the Suicide Squad should be unpopular characters.
Yeah. Which, I mean, not saying that she was bad in this movie. I mean,
No.
Margot Robbie is always great as this character.
I don't care. Like, every movie I've seen her in, I've always liked her. Like, she's a good actress, I believe. Well, you know what? Forget it. She is a good actress. And it's, like, so funny when you, like, listen to her in real life. Because she's, like, nothing like Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Isn't she, like...
Australian?
Is
she Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
is hilarious, because she does a very convincing
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn accent. Or, like, American-sounding voice.
Know. Some, like, New York, I think, accent.
Yeah. Bronx!
She does a really good Gotham accent.
Yeah. It's a little teaser for something
there
later
you go,
on.
A little teaser.
We'll probably tell them at the end of this video. I mean,
yeah, why not? We always do. The last couple of videos we've been talking about stuff we're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, we've almost got it done. But we'll get back to that later. But we might as well, like, talk about, like, the climax of this movie. I love it. This movie's final fight is just so stupid, but in a good way.
I'll do some minor setup. Building go boom, giant starfish walking around in city.
See, that's a great play on the... Once again, something I heard from another reviewer. I wish I remember these people's names so I could tell you to go watch them. If he goes
back and remembers, we might put a little thing, or a little...
But they took the trope of the big CGI monster, but they made it funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And they played it as a joke, but they still made the... Is it sad that this starfish has more character than most CGI villains already out there?
I'm honestly not surprised. James Gunn
gives everyone character.
I will say, though, I felt worse for this starfish than I did for the guy from the first Guardians and his dad from the second Guardians.
Yeah.
Because this starfish, it didn't want to be evil.
It was just like, hey, you guys enslaved me. I want to get revenge now.
Yeah,
and then literally all it was.
Yeah, and then it dies, and it's like, dude, why didn't you just let me float?
Like, he was literally just floating in space, and then the Thinker just renamed him to Starro the Conqueror.
Us Americans, yeah, that's right. We just took it in. We're like, dude, we got a starfish in space. So, this is not a political channel.
No. America's corrupt. Okay.
This is when the government's going to break in the door.
Yeah, Sony, we've been listening to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and honestly, I just, like, the whole part where, well, I mean, obviously, it's the scene where Polka Dot Man sadly gets freaking capped off, and then at the end, it ends up being like Ratcatcher who ends up, you know, bringing this thing down. I mean, along with Harley Quinn, who literally jumps inside of the thing's
So at the
eye.
very beginning of the movie, when Javelin's dying, he's like, you have to carry it for and dies.
Yeah.
So then I told Nathan, I think he was trying to say Starro. Or Starfish.
There she goes. She jumps into the thing's eye.
It's like a nice music. This is when the Polar Express music is at its fullest.
If you don't believe us, watch the Polar Express and listen to the music from this scene, and then you'll see the similarities.
I'm tempted to just sing the song.
Or hear the similarities.
But yeah, but I do like that scene when she's like in a star. Because it's like nasty, but it's also beautiful at the same time.
Because the lighting is really good and the colors. Which is strange.
Like the little rats are swimming in there.
But Harley Quinn's enjoying it because she's a sociopath. So.
Yeah, recovering sociopath.
And boom, movie's over. And I mean, I love it that it was actually Ratcatcher that ended up like mainly bringing the thing down. I just feel like that's great because like you think like the lowliest character, well, not lowliest in like the terms of like she's a great character, but like the character you'd least expect because she uses rats
in the movie. She has the lowest kill count.
Yeah,
of the squad.
Yeah,
she kills I think 2 guys or maybe 1.
Well, I mean, her goal isn't really to kill people.
Yeah, you can tell she's a thief.
She's not.
She was a thief.
She's not really here because of like she did. I mean, she robbed a bank, but like she isn't trying to be malicious.
Yeah, you know, you can just tell. Whereas Bloodsport and Peacemaker, just like
they literally make their living off of killing.
They don't care, and you know, King Shark's hungry.
Yeah, he's just a shark.
What do you expect?
What was it? Was his name Adewale?
Is it
what?
Anawe?
It might be Anawe. I'm thinking of the guy from Black Flag, Adewale.
I'm looking it up.
What's the coolest Adewale?
So, guys, remember the sponsor, like when they do the Lord of the Rings Amazon show, it'll probably be called The Lord of the Rings, or was it the original The Lord of the Rings? I can't remember.
They're all called The Lord of the Rings.
Okay, now they're going to take the away, and it's going to probably be worse. So it's going to be Lord of the Rings.
It's just going to be Silmarillion. What is it?
Silmarillion?
I don't know.
But yes. Oh, there you go. Here's our one Lord of the Rings reference per
exactly.
video. Hey guys, remember, boycott England. We want it to go back to New Zealand. Okay, remember that.
Boycott everyone that doesn't like Lord of the Rings. That's a joke. Please don't do that. We don't want to insinuate.
And if you do it anyway, don't tell it was us that said it.
Yeah, exactly.
Told you to. Whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Tell, don't show. Show, don't tell. That's it.
No, that's what Hollywood doesn't do.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, I mean.
Also, one more thing before we get through, I guess. Rest in peace, Milton.
Oh yeah, Milton.
Milton. Okay, he didn't have much of a movie, but for some reason I just love this character.
He's literally there, like through like the entire second
half of the movie,
second act of the movie.
Yeah,
and he sticks with them.
He helps plant the bombs. This random guy's like, okay,
yeah, and then he just gets shot off, and then Polka Dot Man's like, Milton, and they're like, who?
Yeah, there's this long conversation about who's Milton.
I love how they're in cover the entire time, like they're waiting to get shot at. It's like I was waiting for like when Polka Dot Man, like when he put his head out the cubicle, I was just waiting for him to go boom, just get capped in the head. But I mean, it was sad because I mean he was literally just a resistance fighter that was helping these guys out.
I didn't even say he was a fighter. He was a bus driver for the resistance.
Yeah,
that's it. He wasn't even a fighter.
Yeah, like, and then he just picks up an AK and starts helping them out.
Remember, he picks up the AK, and I think someone takes the AK from him. They're like, nope.
He's even in that whole slow-mo walk in the rain.
Yeah.
which is also like, amazing.
We'll post that. We'll put that clip here.
All of the awesome shots happen in like the third act.
How many clips can we put in one video?
I'll find them all.
Yeah, we'll put that clip in here somewhere.
I'll buy the movie. But yeah, honestly, I can't say anything else more other than just I like how all these characters wrap up. It's very refreshing.
Yes. And now, the thing I referenced earlier about the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler, in credit scene. Or was there 2 in credit scenes or 1?
There was one showing that Weasel was alive.
Oh yeah, Weasel's alive, guys! Wow, you thought you drowned earlier, so, but yeah, he's alive. And 2, Peacemaker's alive.
Yeah,
and he's getting his own show on HBO Max.
Which I really hope
we are not sponsored by HBO Max.
No, we're not sponsored. Actually, they said they're already wrapped with it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I really hope. Did James Gunn write it? Wait, he did?
Yeah, him and John Cena together did it.
Oh, dang. Okay, that makes me really happy because I was like, man, I hope James Gunn wrote. Because, I mean, the amount of character in this movie, I feel like you can't really make a sequel or a spinoff without his take on it, you know?
Who, James Gunn?
Yeah, because he has a very specific way of making these movies.
I feel like James Gunn with this movie was like, this is what I wanted Guardians to be.
Yeah, but
in terms of violence, I mean. But
I'm amazed Marvel let him get away with most of the Guardian stuff.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they did, though.
But I know we were trying to end this video, but I keep thinking of cool moments.
Mm-hmm.
But I like when the Harley Quinn escape.
Oh yeah, the camera
shot with the 2 AKs.
Oh yeah, and the flowers behind her.
And that's another scene where I'm like, they could have done this. Do it again. Well, no, I mean, with a camera, with a microphone.
Oh yeah,
they could have done this with the camera, but no, they actually let us see her fight the guards.
I know, and it's great when she's in that circular room and she's spinning around with the pistols. I was like, dang, that's cool.
I wonder if that was a reference to like Tomb Raider,
maybe
like the OG video game, where you could go like.
Yeah, it did kind of look like that.
I doubt it was, but it's kind of what it reminded me of.
Yeah, and man, there's something else I was going to say. Dang it,
about that scene. I like the colors, like when she shoots the guys.
Yeah, that does look great.
And how there's like little birds like flying around.
Oh,
there's a lot of birds in this movie.
There's just a lot of good shots in this movie.
I extremely encourage you.
Frame some of these on my wall, like the shots.
Like, you should see this movie.
Yes.
I recommend you see the movie, then come watch our review, because it will make way more sense.
Well, it's a little late now. We're kind of at the end of we're like 40 minutes into this.
Maybe we'll put a little note at the beginning. There's going to be a lot of notes and clips in this video.
Yeah. Depending on how much I take to edit this, because I've got today.
I'm going to be here to help them do it, so.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm the Milton of editing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm there to help.
He just sits there and watches.
So now, everybody's favorite part of these videos, future project updates.
Yeah.
We're really close to finishing, or doing an episode of a new project.
Yeah. It's going to be on our second channel. If any of you are interested, we've actually had a lot of growth on the channel lately. Yeah. Well, like, we've had like...
Thank you, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, for real. How to exploit the algorithm.
We're going to put this video on the Shorts.
That's a long short. I wonder if I could actually do that.
It'd probably be like, it exceeds this much.
That would be hilarious, though. But we've actually had a good amount of growth. I've actually gotten a lot of views, and really appreciate it, all of y'all. Like we said, this is just still a hobby. We don't make like any money off this or anything. We just do it because we like it.
It's called. We used to talk about movies in my truck all the time, and then we decided, why don't we just talk in front of a microphone?
Yeah, exactly. And then, so we have a skit-based thing coming up, and we have a test run of the video done.
It's private. You can't watch it.
It's private.
I can't watch it, but
I made it private. I guess I've shared the link with you,
okay. But yeah.
But honestly, I like how it turned out. We just got to get the like
lighting a little better.
The lighting. We just need our costumes,
the lines,
and we need the full script, which we have it written down.
Yeah, we've written like the script. We Nathan did a little.
We did storyboard, and it's not long. It's not a long video at all.
None of this future project, and you'll know what it's called when it comes out. But this project, and some people I already know because I talked about it to some family. But, yeah, they're all going to be shorts, most likely.
Yeah.
If we get to a certain video, we might do a little bit longer, but, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but right now we have that. And then one thing I can say about Clearly, we have this Red Dead video that we want to put out. I just have to edit it, and there's so many clips that I have to upload from my PlayStation. Sadly, it only records in 720p, so I apologize for that.
And... Well, should we tell them
what?
About the merch?
No. Oh yeah. Okay. So the 2 shirts that we'll be making is related to this Red Dead video that's going to be coming out soon.
So if you want to have any idea what the shirt's about, you need to watch this Red Dead video.
Yes. So if you want your chance to win a shirt, if you've gone all this as far as you have here in this video, and you're new to the channel, leave a comment on the Red Dead video when it comes out, and then how many comments that has by the time we reach 100 subscribers, I will go back, both of us, look at the comments, or look at who liked the video, and we'll choose people out of that.
And there's only 2 people? Well, guess what? You get 2 shirts.
Yep, there you go. And I think
that's a wrap. Nothing else really to talk about. This movie is very awesome. I encourage you to go watch it.
It's just filmmaking at its...
And if you've already seen it, go watch it again.
Pure. Seriously, give this money as much. It's actually not made as much as, like, it's kind of sad that Free Guy made more than this movie.
Yeah, well,
I haven't seen Free Guy, but like I just want this movie to make more. I'm sorry, but
yeah. Plus, should I say it?
Yeah, you might as well.
About Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, you might as well.
If you know me, which if some people don't, I doubt 10,000 people know me on the Planet of the Apes video. If you know me personally really well, I don't like Ryan Reynolds. I don't like a lot of the movies he's in, and I don't like the way he acts in movies. So please stop watching.
Not saying he's a bad person.
No, he could be the best person ever. Mm-hmm. I could probably make quick friends with him in real life. I just don't like a lot of the movies he's in.
Yeah,
like his character in the movies. That's what I'm saying.
You feel like he plays a lot of the same people, right?
So stop watching Free Guy and go watch Suicide Squad.
Not saying that Free Guy's a bad movie. Like I said, I haven't seen it. I can't judge it. But please give this movie some love. We went to the theaters and we watched this. It was great.
We risked everything.
Please go. Yeah. This movie needs to be seen on a big screen. See it in IMAX if you can. Because, I mean, we didn't see it in IMAX, but this movie would look great in IMAX. But just give this movie love, please. It is so much better. Don't let the other movie cloud your thoughts.
Yeah, there's nothing really similar at all. Just some similar characters. That's it. And even the characters are quite different.
And even then, most of the references to the old one are pretty much just played off as a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
So please go watch this.
Yes.
For us and our sponsor, The...
And if you have made it this far in the video,
thank you.
You have our applause. Congratulations, you made it this far.
Yeah.
And just make sure to look out for our future content. We have quite a bit we're planning on doing with the reviews anyway. We have a list of movies, but you never know. It depends.
We'll just say this much. GCT is coming soon.
GCT is coming soon.
Sometime.
Go ahead, and you can put your guesses down if you think you know what that is. If you know what it is, don't put it down there.
Yeah. But just comment. For the 2 people that comment your guesses below. That sounded really bad.
Okay, guys, thank you for checking out this video, and we'll see you again in the Red Dead video. In the Red Dead video, yes.
Bye.
Bye.